Hey, welcome back to Shannon's Plants Planting Time. How are you today? Hope you are doing well in the planty world. Today's video is about the care of the Monstera species Peru. So, this little booger is a vivid green corrugated plant. Let's see, I have two here. This is the first one. This was one I ordered off of a buy-sell trade group. It was one plant, and I divided it into two. And my plan is to put these on moss poles. You can see I got one on a moss pole and let it grow, and propagate and stick it back in here and have a fuller plant, and then eventually combine the two together again so that I have a much fuller plant. So you can tell that the leaves are this vivid green, and they are corrugated and quite thick and almost succulent-y. So yeah, it's a beautiful plant. But anyway, I was going to tell you a little bit, about the history and the care of the plant. So, Monstera species Peru, or as most people call it, Monstera spa Peru, is a member of the Raceae family, and Monstera means monstrous or gigantic. And, some other plants belonging to this genus are like Monstera deliciosa, which grows very big, Monstera adansonii, you get the picture, so gigantic, yes. And it is native to the tropical regions of the Americas. And like I said, it has this vivid green color with these deeply corrugated leaves that can grow up to 1.5 to 3.5 inches and up to 12 feet in height. So yes, it can grow very tall given the right conditions and a moss pole, and I guess you could also use it as a hanging plant. I've seen people do that, put it in a hanging basket and have it hanging over. So yes, but anyway, it likes a temperature of 60 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. So pretty much if you're comfortable, he's comfortable, and all is well. As far as light goes, tolerates bright indirect light and can tolerate some morning light for about direct sun morning light for about 2 hours. I have one of mine with the moss pole in my plant room, and it has a north-facing window. So he is pulled back from that north-facing window, but I substitute with grow lights in here, so he is doing well. The other I have in my south-facing window, right pretty much up to the window, but there are plants kind of covering him, so in the morning when the sun does hit that spot, it's kind of dappled direct sun. It's not direct. So yeah, that is light requirements. As far as soil goes, they like a quick draining, chunky aeroid mix. And I use my go-to soil. There I go with that dirt word again. that I talked about in a video, how to mix your own potting soil with 4 main ingredients. And the 4 main ingredients that I use are, one, the black gold organic potting soil mix, and 2, perlite or pumice, 3, charcoal, and 4, a special orchid mix that has fir bark, charcoal, and pumice in it. So yes, that is my go-to mix for them. As far as watering goes, you can water them every 1 week to every 2 weeks, but you need to make sure that you're letting that soil dry in between waterings so that you don't end up with root rot. As far as fertilization goes, I water every time I water them, I fertilize with liquid earth and Super Thrive. I do this with all of my plants. In the winter, I back down if they're not actively growing. However, if my plants are still actively growing in the winter, I continue to fertilize. So that's just me. You can take it or leave it. So yes, but I really suggest the liquid earth and Super Thrive. As far as propagation goes, it's by stem cuttings. Very similar to a pothos. They do produce aerial roots, and they are very easy to propagate. Like I said, they're fast growers, so pretty easy to propagate. Toxicity, they can cause allergic reaction to the eyes and throat in animals and in children, so you want to keep your kids and pets away from them, and don't munch on them yourselves either. Because of the corrugated leaves, you need to make sure that they are dust free, because it can block the stomata of the leaf and interfere with photosynthesis, and therefore cause problems with leaf growing. So make sure you keep those leaves washed down and dust free. As far as price goes, I spent $45 on mine for a 3-leaf cutting, and I was very happy with that. It grew very quickly after I had it. The first one I got, I guess, was about this size, and it was smaller. It wasn't as stretched out, but it did have the 3 leaves, and like I said, it grew so fast in such a quick amount of time that I did divide them, and that I've already told you my plan. So but I do think it is just a beautiful, beautiful green plant, and sometimes I think we often miss the beauty in just a plain green plant anymore, with all the variegation and stuff that we see. And you can find this in a variegated form, but I don't have it, and I don't really know any of the care requirements on it. So yeah, I think in Europe these are a lot cheaper. I heard they go for like, I don't know, less than 10 pounds over there, which I don't know what that is in our money, but I take it that it's cheap because they think that we are crazy to spend so much money on them. But yeah, it's just a beautiful plant, and I love it, and I'm glad I added it to my collection, and I'm glad it's such a fast grower, and I'm very happy with it. This was an original leaf, and the only thing that I see wrong with this plant, it's got one little spot right there, right there. And other than that, it's, knock on wood, been pest free and hasn't given me any problems. So yeah, I would definitely recommend. Recommend it for beginners because it is such an easy plant. And anyway, thanks for tuning in. Give this video a thumbs up or a thumbs down depending on what you think of this content. And go get yourselves a Monstera Spa Peru. Pick one up. So anyway, have a good day, and I hope to see you in the next houseplant video. Bye!